Hello students, hope all of you are doing well. I have today here with your model question paper part 2. In part 1 I have discussed 1 mark and 2 mark questions. I am going to continue in this part from question number the 25, that is 3 mark questions. Hope all of you have learnt already the 1 mark and 2 mark, and if you learn this model question papers which I am sending, you will definitely pass in your final exam. So moving on with the problems. Show that the relation R defined in a set A of all triangles as R T1 T2. T1 is similar to T2 is equivalent relation. Now given R is T1 comma T2, T1 is similar to T2. Now to prove it is an equivalent relation, first what they have given here, it is a set of all triangles. It is a set of all triangles. So here set of all triangles. If you want to prove that it is an equivalent relation, you have to prove 3 things. First is reflexive. Reflexive is nothing but if you prove that every triangle is similar to itself because it is given in the question. Similar to itself, that is T1 comma T1 belongs to R implies T1 is similar to T1. Therefore, it is a reflexive. So if you prove, when you go stand near the mirror, you get the reflection of your own self. So here T1 comma T2, T2 comma T3, T3 comma T4 can be your reflexive relation. And here when you write here first term in the first place, second term in the second place. Moving on with the next one. Second, you should prove the relation is symmetric. So to prove symmetric, you have to prove T1 comma T2 belongs to R implies T1 is similar to T2. And then you will prove T2 comma T1 implies T2 is similar to T1. Hence, when you prove T1 T2 and T2 T1, that is symmetric order, when you prove that the relation is symmetric, therefore it is symmetric. Only you have to write the statement. Then the last is transitive. To prove transitive, we considered 3 triangles. T1 and T2 belongs to R implies T1 is similar to T2. T2 comma T3. T2 is similar to T3. Then you will just leave the center, ignore the center one, and you conclude the last one. T1 comma T3 belongs to R, that is T1 is similar to T2. You will write the statement same as it is given in the question. Therefore, it is transitive. Since hence the relation R is equivalent relation. Since it is satisfying all the three, reflexive, symmetric and transitive, the relation is said to be equivalent relation. They may ask you for 1 mark, what is equivalent relation? So you have to write it as a relation which satisfied reflexive, symmetric and transitive is called as equivalent relation. Then moving on with the next question. For the matrix A 1 5 6 7, verify that A plus A dash is a symmetric and matrix, and second one A minus A dash is a skew symmetric matrix. So we have to prove it is symmetric and skew symmetric. So they are given A is 1 6 5 7. So to prove first one, it is symmetric, you have to prove P is 1 by 2 A plus A dash. So to prove this, first we will take the bracket to solve A plus A dash. So we have A is 1 6 5 7 plus A dash will be, rows will change to column, that is 1 by 5, second row 6 by 7. So that is called A dash. Now add first term with first term. 1 plus 1 is 2, 5 plus 6 is 11, 6 plus 5 is 11, 7 plus 7 is 15. So now we have P is 1 by 2 into A plus A dash. That is 1 by 2 into whatever answer you got. Now divide 2 inside, so it will become 2 by 2, 11 by 2, 11 by 2, 14 by 2. So here P is 1, 11 by 2, 11 by 2 and 7. To prove it is a symmetric, you have to prove P dash is equals to P. Call this as equation 1. Now find P dash. P dash is that is P transpose is what? P transpose is change row to column. 1, 11 by 2, 11 by 2 and 7. You can check it out. 1 and 2 are same, therefore P is symmetric. Then second one, to prove Q is skew symmetric, you have to prove Q is 1 by 2 A minus A dash. So first to find bracket A minus A dash, that is 1657 minus 1567. Same way subtract it. You get 1 minus 1 0, 5 minus 6 is minus 1 because 6 is greater, 6 minus 5 is 1, 7 minus 7 is 0. But we have A is 1 by 2 A minus A dash. So that is 1 by 2 into 0 minus 1, 1, 0. So here it is Q. So Q will be 1, this 1 by 2 you just multiply inside, it will become 0 minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2 and 0. Now just take Q common, minus S common, so it will be 0, 1 by 2, negative will become positive, or positive will become negative. If you take common as half, that is minus Q. Okay, minus Q is minus 0, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 and 0. Now To prove it is q symmetric, you have to prove q dash is equals to minus q. Call this as 3. Now q dash will be 0, q, you have to take it for q. What is q here? 0, 1 by 2, this one. 0 minus 1 by 2 and then 1 by 2 and 0. This is 4. Comparing 3 and 4 from equation 3 and equation 4, we prove that q dash is equals to minus q. Therefore, q is skew symmetric. So this is how you prove symmetric and skew symmetric. Now moving on with the 27th question. If x is at square and y is at power 4, then find dy by dx. So here they have given the third variable, that is t. So whenever they give you third variable t, you have to prove in this different way differentiation. How is that? So here what we are going to do is, first you will take x is at square, differentiate with respect to x, with respect to not x, t, with respect to t, because t is present here, t both sides. First you differentiate. So today dx by dt is a constant. Differentiation of t square is 2t. That is dx by dt is 2at. Call this as 1. Then take y. What is y they have given? Y is at power 4. Differentiate with respect to t. So here actually dy by dt is a 4t cube. Differentiating it by using the formula x power n. D by dx of x power n is nx n minus 1. So here it becomes dy by dt is 4at cube. Call this as. Now finally we have to find dy by x. Now divide both numerator and denominator by dt. Now substitute the value from 2 and 1 equation. It will be 4at cube divided by 2at. So here a and a cancel, 2 ones are 2 twos are, t and this square cancels. So we get dy by dx is 2t square. So this will be your answer. Hope you understood. If you have any sort of problem, you can just send me in the comments. I will surely try to help you. Then moving on with the next one, 28th question. Find dy by dx if x to the power of y is equals to y to the power of x. Whenever you have exponential form of variables, you will take log both the sides. Whenever you will have exponential form of variables, you will take log both the sides. So we will take log. Taking log both the sides of a given equation, that is log of x power y is log of y power x. We have a formula which says log of m power n is n log m. So the power will become a coefficient. So by using this formula, we have y log x is x log y. So here you can see it is a product. Whenever you get a product, you will use u v whole dash rule. That is u as it is. It will be v dash plus u dash v. First term as it is, differentiate second term, plus first term differentiation second term as it is. So we'll apply this formula to LHS and RHS. So here y as it is, differentiation of log x is 1 by x, plus differentiation of y is dy by dx. Since we are differentiating with respect to x, y is another variable, so you should write dy by dx, and this log x as it is equals x first term as it is, differentiation of second term, log y will be 1 by y, and then you should write dy by dx since y is another variable, then plus differentiation of x is 1 and this log y as it is, log y. Now y by x plus dy by dx log x equals x by y dy by dx plus log y. Now I want dy by dx to calculate, so I'll shift this here and I'll shift this the other side. So what happens? It will be dy by dx log x is, this plus goes other side, become minus x by y dy by dx. The other side log y keep as it is. Shift this positive to other side, becomes negative x by y. Now I want only dy by dx, so I'll take common dy by dx. So it will be log x minus x by y is log of y minus y by x. Now I want dy by dx, the multiplication part goes other side, becomes division. So dy by dx is log y minus y by x divided by log x minus x by y. Now take LCM. So we get dy by dx is x log y minus y divided by x. Since there is no term, it is 1. So you have to do cross multiplication. Divided by the same way y log x minus x as it is. We are taking LCM and we are solving this, divided by y. So denominator, if you have fraction, we have to send it to numerator by taking the reciprocal, that is x log y minus y divided by x into y divided by y log x minus x. You can take x and y outside, like remove separately, you can write them, and the remaining terms you can write in the bracket. Log y minus y, x log y minus y, y log x minus x. So the dy by dx is the final answer. Hope you understand whatever I am teaching you. Moving on with 29th question. Find the interval in which the function f given by f of x is x square minus 4x plus 6 is first is strictly increasing, second is strictly decreasing. So to prove strictly increasing and decreasing, you need to first find the point. So to find the point of interval, what we are going to do is, given is what, f of x is x square minus 4x plus 6. So here first differentiate with respect to x, both sides. So we get f dash of x is x square is 2x minus 4, x is 1, and then plus constant becomes 0. Then f dash of x is 2x minus 4. Call this as equation 1. Now, whenever to prove that it is increasing and decreasing function, you can take for increasing or decreasing. F of x will be 0. F of x will be 0. Compare this, call this as 2. From 1 and 2, you will get 2x minus 4 is 0. Now, I want x set, so 2x will be 4. X will be 4 by 2. So, x will be 2. Your interval is 2. Now, plot it in the graphical manner. This is minus infinity, this is infinity, and we get the solution as 2. So here our interval will be minus infinity comma plus 2, and from here till here plus 2 comma plus infinity. This is plus infinity, this is plus 2. So we got two intervals. We'll just write here. It is minus infinity comma plus 2, and then other one we got plus 2 comma plus infinity. So here we have minus comma plus sign, and here we have plus comma plus. So you just multiply it. Minus into plus is minus, plus into plus is plus. So when you get negative, the function is strictly decreasing. When you get positive, it is strictly increasing. So here, next one, evaluate sin cube x plus cos cube x divided by sin square x into cos square x. You have to given here is what? Sin cube x plus cos cube x divided by sin square x into cos square x. Now whenever you want to solve this type of problem, you have to separate the numerator. If it is a binomial term, you have to separate the numerator. So here it changes to sin cube x divided by sin square x cos square x plus cos cube x divided by sin square x cos square x dx. Now cube and this square cancel, cube and this square cancel. So we get sin x divided by cos square can be written as cos x into cos x plus cos x divided by sin x into sin x. So here into dx. So here it is sin by cos is, you can take sin by cos as tan x, 1 by cos as secant x plus cos by sin is cot x, 1 by sin is cosecant x dx. Now integration of tan x secant x is secant x. Then integration of cot x cosecant x is minus cosecant x plus c. If you don't know the formulas, just go through the problems which I have done in the. I have already done made a video for this learning formulas. Just go through with that video. Okay, I've shared the link in the subscription, that is down description. Now Next one is find x minus 3 e power x divided by x minus 1 whole cube dx. So to solve this, what we have to do is, I said you, whenever you have a binomial term, we should break the numerator. But before breaking the numerator, separating the numerator, you just check what is there in the denominator. We have x minus 1, so we will try to convert the numerator in that format. So minus 3 can be written as minus 1 minus 2. So now I'll make this as one term and this as other term. So yeah, separate the numerator now. Before separating, take e power x common. Then separate x minus 1 divided by x minus 1 whole cube. If there is no power, it is considered to be 1. Minus 2 divided by x minus 1 whole cube dx. Now e power x, since we have same base, powers can be subtracted. So it will keep bigger power as it is. Small power, take it down. When plus will go to denominator, become minus 1 in the powers. Then minus 2 divided by x minus 1 whole cube dx. We have a formula. It says e power x f of x plus f dash of x, if it is dx, then directly we can write it as e power x f of x plus c. So we have to check whether the given function is satisfying this property. So here f of x, take it the first part whatever they've given, that will be, if I subtract this, I'll write it one more step here, e power x into 1 by x minus 1, 3 minus 1 square minus 2 divided by x minus 1 whole cube dx. Now this will be, first term will be your f of x, that is x minus 1 whole square. Now differentiate this, it is with f dash of x is, this can be written as x minus 1, this plus goes other side, power becomes minus 2. So we'll in differentiate, we are using the formula d by dx of x power n is nx n minus 1. So we get f dash of x as minus 2 x minus 1 minus 3. If you have same sign, we should add. So it will be minus 2 divided by x minus 1 whole minus cube. If minus goes down, it become plus. So this is your f dash of x, and which is present in your question as well. Therefore the question answer will be, for x minus 3 by x minus 1 whole cube e power x dx, the answer will be e power x, and f of x we have taken it as 1 by x minus 1 whole square plus c. So this is your answer. Then next one. So next one is evaluate the integral of dx x plus 1 x plus 2. So whenever you get a factor type of question in integration, you will integrate by using partial derivatives. Okay, so here we will take the question as, you have to take 1 divided by x plus 1 first factor plus b divided by x plus 2 the second factor, and then we have to write it as dx. Call this as equation 1. Now take whatever you have, the question is given in the question, that is 1 by x plus 1 x plus 2, that is a by x plus 1 plus b by x plus 2. This LHS keep as it is and take LCM for RHS. Since the LCMs are different, cross multiply the LCMs. After cross multiplication, denominators will get cancelled because they are same both the side. Then 1 is equals to a of x plus 2 plus b of x plus 1. Call this as equation 2. Now take the factors. X plus 2 is 0 means x is minus 2. Substitute minus 2 in equation 1. Equation 2 we get 1 is equals to a into minus 2 plus 2 plus b into minus 2 plus 1. So here this minus 2 plus 1 cancel. So we get 1 is b into minus 1. That implies b is minus 1. So we got b value. Now to find a value, take the second factor. X plus 1 is 0 implies x is minus 1. Substitute x is minus 1 in equation 1. You get 1 is equals to into minus 1 plus 2 plus b into minus 1 plus 1. So you can see minus 1 plus 1 cancel in the second case. So 1 is a into 1, that implies a is 1. So we got a and b value. Now substituting a and b values in equation 1. So we get equation 1, a is 1, x plus 1 plus, that is b is minus, we have minus 1 divided by x plus 2. Dx. So I have just substituted a and b value. Now what is the integration of 1 by x? It will be log x plus 1 minus, what is integration of 1 by x? Again it is log. In place of x we have x plus 1. So we are writing x plus 1 and x plus 2 plus c. Now we have a property that is log of m minus log n is log m by n. So the same property will apply here. So the answer will become log of positive term will be written in the numerator, negative term will be written in the denominator, and then plus c. So this is the answer. Next one, find the area of the region bounded by x square is 4y and y is equals to 2, y is equals to 4, and the y-axis in the first quadrant. It is given, it is in the first quadrant. Given the equation is x square is equals to 4y. Whenever you get y is equals to x square, the parabola is in the y-axis, and in the parabola is in the positive y-axis, and then it is in the upwards. So the parabola for us will be this way, and here they have given y is 2 and y is 4. So when you construct this parabola, here the first quadrant is this area. So we will be calculating only this area given. Okay. So to calculate this, required area is, you can take the limit from here, that is 0 to 2 to 4. So the limit is 2 to 4. Whenever they give you y value, you will take dy. If they give you x value, you will take dx. So here dy is differentiating with respect to x. Now in the question they have given x square is equals to 4y. Then x will be root of 4y. Then x will be root 4 is to root y. So our x is 2 root y. We'll substitute here. So it will become 2 to 4 2 root y dy. Now take 2 common outside. It will be 2 to 4 root y dy. We don't have any formula for root in integration, so we will convert that as index form 1 by 2 dy. Now integrate it, you get 2 y 1 by 2 plus 1 1 by 2 plus 1, and upper limit is 2, lower limit is 0. Here we are using x bar n integration of, that is x bar n plus 1 n plus 1 plus c. We don't write c in this case because it is given a limits are given here, it is a finite integrals. Now simplifying this we get 2 y, if you take LCM it will become 3 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 1 is 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 plus c we don't have, it is upper limit 4 and lower limit 2. Now 3 by 2 is a common number, so take it outside. 3 by 2 goes up, it will become 2 by 3 of y 3 by 2 4 to 2. Now 2 2s are 4 by 3. Upper limit is 4, so 4 you have to take upper limit minus lower limit. You have to apply the values in place of x, y. Upper limit minus lower limit. Now 4 can be written as 2 square into 3 by 2. 2 and 2 cancel. Minus 2 3 by 2. Meaning of this is 4 by 3 2 cube minus 2 cube of half. So here 4 by 3, 2 cube is nothing but 8. 4 root cube is root 8. 8 and then half is root. So for root 8 can be written as 2 root 2. Then common, taking common 2. 4 2s that becomes 8 by 3. 4 minus root 2. So this is your answer, and a unit for this will be unit, square units. So next, solve dy by dx equals e power x plus 2. Now to solve this, I said you whenever it is a power, whenever it is a binomial term, we should break the term. So here dy by dx can be written as e power x into e power y. Now separating variables, variable separable method we are using here. So separate the variable, y you send here and this x you send other side, so it becomes dy by ey is e power x dx. I am separating the variables, variable separating method, that is y one side and x one side. Now after separating, use integrating both the sides. After separating, integrate them, that is dy by ey equals e power x dx, integral of. Now what is integral of 1 by e power x? We don't have a formula, so we will take that up. It will become minus y, and this is e power x and dx. Now that take it as, now the formula that is I have already informed, dx will be n, that is x n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Now use that formula for the first one, that will be e power minus y plus 1 minus y plus 1 divided by we can use it even here, e power x is what? If you use that formula, even you get there, in spite of this you can even use this way. E power y is e power y only, and what is in the place of x? It is minus y. So integrate that minus y, it will be minus 1, and then e power x is e power x, and then plus small c. Now e power minus y will be e power x. This minus 1 send other side, it will become minus e and then minus c. That it is e power minus y. Take this minus other side, becomes plus e power x, and that is minus c. Now you can write it as e power x positive first, e power minus y negative, and then we can write it capital C, saying that capital C is your minus c. So your answer is this. E power x plus e power minus y is equals to c is the solution for the given integration problem. Then moving on with the next one, let vector A, vector B and vector C be the three vectors such that mod of vector equals 3, magnitude of B is 4 and magnitude of C is 5, and each one of them being perpendicular to the sum of other two. Find A vector plus B vector plus C vector. So they've given A vector is 3, B vector, magnitude of A vector is 3, magnitude of B vector is 4 and magnitude of C vector is 5. So here they are saying that the sum of, you can just see the sum of the other two, it's like one of them being perpendicular to the sum of the other two. Meaning of this is A vector perpendicular to B vector plus C vector. So A is perpendicular to the sum of other two. That can be given as A vector bracket, perpendicular means we should write bracket, okay, B vector, and the same thing can be written as, this is dot rule, then A vector dot B vector, distributive property, plus A vector dot C vector. So this is first one, that is A vector dot B vector plus C vector. Then second, it is A we finish, go for B. B is perpendicular to C vector plus A vector. The B is perpendicular to the other two. So that is B vector dot C vector plus A vector. That will be again distributive property plus B vector dot A vector. Call this as 2. Then the third alphabet is C. C vector is perpendicular to A vector plus B vector, which gives you C vector dot A vector plus B vector is C vector dot A vector plus C vector dot B vector. Call this as 3. Now by 1, 2 and 3. Okay, by 1, 2 and 3, if you add them, you get A vector dot B vector plus B vector dot C vector plus B vector dot C vector plus B vector dot A vector plus C vector dot A vector plus C vector dot A vector. We are adding by 1, 2, 3, adding, we get equals 0. Now you can see here we have A vector, B vector, B vector, A vector, B vector, C vector, B vector, and b vector and dot c vector. So we can write this as 2 times of a vector dot b vector plus 2 times of b vector dot c vector plus 2 times of c vector dot a vector equals 0. So take 2 common. It will be a vector dot b vector plus b vector dot c vector plus c vector dot a vector is 0. Now this in the other side. So it will become a vector dot b vector plus b vector dot c vector plus c vector dot a vector is 0. Okay. Now we know the formula. We know that mod of a vector plus b vector plus c vector, a plus b plus c whole square formula, a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Now substitute the values they have already given you. So here modulus of a vector plus b vector plus c vector whole square is a modulus is 3 square, then b is 4 and then c is 5. Square, then plus 2 times of a vector b vector plus b vector c vector plus c vector a vector. Substitute the value of 3 square plus 4 square plus 5 square plus 2 into this value is 0. Now 3 3s are 9, 4 4s are 16, 5 5s are 25. 25 plus 25 will become 50. So it is here a vector plus b vector plus c vector square. Therefore a vector plus b vector plus c vector will be root of 50. So root of 50 can be written as a vector plus b vector plus c vector, that is 25. 25 2s are 50. So a vector plus b vector plus c vector is 5 root 2 is the answer. If you are not following, just go through the problems 2 to 3 times. Then 26th question is, show that the point A minus 2i plus 3j plus 5k and B I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap and C 7i minus k cap are collinear. So to find collinear, here it's given OA is minus 2i plus 3j plus 5k. Then OB vector is I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. Then OC is 7i cap minus k cap. Now first to find what is AB. To find they are collinear, you have to find that AC vector is equals to AB vector plus BC vector. So we will just find AB first. AB is nothing but OB minus OA. You will take reverse. Okay. So OB is what? I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap minus 7I cap minus into minus plus b a it is a is minus of minus 2I plus 3j plus 5k. So here I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap minus into minus plus 2I cap minus 3j cap minus 5k cap. Now just take I with I, take common. So it will be no number means 1 plus 2 I cap, then j and j plus 2 minus 3 j cap, then again plus k and k, 3 minus 5 k cap. So here it will be 3 I cap minus 1 j cap minus 2 k cap. So this is your AB vector. Similarly, find BC vector. BC vector is OC vector minus OB vector. OC is 7I cap minus k cap, then minus of OB is I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. So again 7I cap minus k cap minus I cap minus 2j cap minus 3k cap. So take I with I, so it will become 7 minus 2I, I with 1, 7 minus 1 I, then j, j we don't have, only one term, so write it as it is, then k with k, that is plus minus 1 minus 3 k. So we get 7 minus 1 is 6I minus 2j minus 4k. Then find AC. AC will be OC minus OA. It is reverse. So OC is again 7I minus k minus of A is minus 2I plus 3j plus 5k. So here it will be 7I minus k minus into minus plus 2I minus 3j minus 5k. Again I and I you consider, it will be 7 plus 2I, then we don't have a j, so write as it is, there is only one term, then k plus minus 1 minus 5. So it will be 7 plus 2 is 9I minus 3j plus 6k. So this is your AC. Now we have to find mod of AB vector. Mod of AB vector means root of whatever you got the coefficient of AB. So we got first one as 3 minus Italy 3 plus minus 1 square plus minus 2 square. So it will be 3 3s are 9 plus 1 plus 4. So 10 plus 1 is 14, root 14. Then we got BC vector. BC vector is root of 6 square plus minus 2 square plus minus 4 square. So it will be 36 plus 4 plus 16. So 6, 30, 40, 50, 56. So you get 56. 56 can be written as 4 into 14. That will be 4 comes out, it will become 2 root 14. Then take the next one. AC vector is root of 9 square plus minus 3 square plus minus 6 square. So it will be 81 plus 9 plus 36. So the answer is 126. 126 is divisible in 14 table. You just check, it is 9 times of 14. So it will become 3 root 14. Okay. Now to check the collinearity, you have a formula. AC vector is equals to AB vector plus BC vector mod of. So here we got first one, C as 3 root 14. Then AB was root 14 plus BC was 2 root 14. If there is no number 1, add the coefficient and add the radicand separately. So both are same. If both are same, therefore hence the points are collinear. Now next one, find the equation of a plane through the intersection of the plane 3x minus y plus 2z minus 4 equals 0. X plus y plus z minus 2 is 0. The point is 2 comma 2 comma 1. So here they have given a plane. One is 3x minus y plus 2z minus 4 is 0, and plane 2 is x plus y plus z minus 2 is 0, and it is passing through the point x y z as 2 comma 2 comma 1. Therefore equation of a plane through the intersection of the planes is given as p1 plus lambda p2 is equals to 0. Now substituting the value of p1 plus lambda as it is, p2 is equals to 0, where the point passing through the point xyz is 2 comma 2 comma 1. Okay. Now substitute in the place of x as 2, y as 2 and z as 1. So we will get, if you substitute, you get 3 into 2 minus y is 2 plus 2 into 1 minus 4 plus lambda x is 2 plus 2 plus 1 minus 2 is equals to 0. You can see this minus and this plus get cancelled. So you get 3 2s are 6 minus 2 plus 2 minus 4. Again this plus and minus cancel, plus lambda into 1 is equals to 0. So here 4 minus 6 minus 4 is 2 plus lambda is equals to 0. Then lambda will be, it is 2 plus 1 is 3. So lambda will be 3 lambda. Then it will be 3 lambda is minus 2. Then lambda is minus 2 by 3. So we got the value of lambda. Now then this equation what you have called as 1, substitute the lambda value. So by substituting lambda value we get here 3x. You can write here, substituting lambda in equation 1, we get 3x minus y plus 2z minus 4 minus lambda, because we have minus here, minus lambda is what? Lambda is 2 by 3, and then it is x plus y plus z minus 2 is 0. Now just take LCM. So 3 multiply here, it will be 3 into 3x minus y plus 2z minus 4, and then minus 2 of x plus y plus z minus 2 is equals to 0. Simplify now. 3 3s are 9, 3y, 3 2s are 6z, minus 3 4s are 12, minus 2 into x is 2x, plus minus 2 into y is 2y, minus 2 into z is 2y, minus into minus plus 4 is equals to 0. Now take x with x, 9x plus minus 2x is 7x. Minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5y. Plus 6 minus 2 is plus 4z. Minus 12 plus 8 is 4 is minus 8 is equals to 0. Therefore, this is the required equation of the plane. So this is the equation of the plane, required equation of the plane. Then question number 38, a man is known to speak truth 3 out of 4 times. He says 3 times the truth and 1 time he lies. He throws a die and reports that it is a 6. So he just plays with the die and he says it is a 6. Find the probability that it is actually a 6. So here given, let the event E be the event that man reports 6 occurs. Then S1 be the event that 6 occurs. Then S2 be the event that 6 occurs, 6 not occurs. So S1 will be 6 occurs and S2 will be 6 not occurred. So P of S1 is 1 by 6. P of S2 will be 1 minus 1 by 6. S1 is occurring, S2 is not occurring. Not occurring means you should 1 minus whatever you have P of S, you will be subtracting. That is, taking LCM you get 5 by 6. Then P of E by S1 is what? Probability that the man reports that 6 occurs when 6 has actually occurred. Means he is saying truth 3 times out of 4 times. Then P of E by S2, 6 not occur but reports that 6 occur. He is lying. How many times he is lying? So you have to do 1 minus 3 by 4. That is, if you take LCM. So he is lying 1 time. In 4 times he is lying 1 time. Now by using the Bayes theorem is P of S1E, you have given 2 events. So it will be P of S1 dot P of E by S1. The same thing what you write in the numerator, you will repeat the same thing in the denominator 1 time. And then P of S2 dot P of E by S2. Here you have written S1. So here second you will take S2. Because we have S1, S2, we are taking 2 terms. If suppose it is 3, then you will write plus P of S3 dot P of E by S3. Now substituting the values here, 1 by 6 into 3 by 4 divided by 1 by 6 into 3 by 4 plus 5 by 6 plus 1 by 2. So take here LCM, multiply first and take LCM. So it will be, I will cancel here, 3 ones are 3 twos are. So it will become 1 by 4 twos are 8 divided by, or 1 by 8 divided by 1 by 6 into the 3 ones are 3 twos are. So again it is 1 by 8 plus 5 ones are 5 divided by 6 fours are 24. Now numerator will be as it is. Take LCM for the denominator. 24 will be LCM 4 times. 8 3s are 24 and here 1 time. So it will be 3 plus 5. So here 1 by 8 divided by 8 by 24. 8 by 24. Fraction when it goes up, it becomes 1 by 8 into 24 by 8. So here 8 ones are 8 threes are. So it will be 3 by 8. Therefore required probability is 3 by 8. And that's your final answer. And we are just completed with 3 mark questions. We will continue in part 3, 5 mark questions. Thank you for watching. Hope all of you understand what I have explained. And if you have explained, repeat. Practice makes you perfect. Without practicing, you will never learn maths. So repeat the problems minimum 5 times. Hope you all of you understand. We will continue. We'll see you back in the part 3. Thank you. Thank you for watching.